What's up, y'all? It's the Fun with EstroHaze, and welcome to another episode of Books and Blunts and Bullshit. That's what we're going with this week. Y'all, we're going to dive right into the deep end because I only got 10 minutes. And I got like, first of all, shit's cracking with Wild Seed. If you don't already know, we are reading Wild Seed collectively as a group. And I need you to be joining in on this conversation over on Facebook. Go to Facebook, Books, Blunts, and Bullshit. We have a whole book club thing going on over there. It's a vibe. Join us because we're going to be digging in and talk about this book in the next 2 weeks. Honestly, just to give you a little brief, no spoilers, but I should have read Wild Seed before I've read Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler because, honey, this Wild Seed, but Parable of the Sower was kind of like this throughout the whole time. Steady, level, good story, you know, here for the characters. I get it. We're right. Good. Wild Seed though, bitch, we going like this. We on an incline and we tick. And I want you ticking with me, y'all. Read Wild Seed. Join us on Facebook, Books, Blunts, and Bullshit, because we're going to be talking about this book in a couple of weeks. Now, I don't even think I ever really told y'all while we're reading Wild Seed. I told you I was getting into Butler, but the real reason we're reading this is because Viola Davis and her husband Julius Tennant, they're adapting Wild Seed into a drama series for Amazon. So I'm like, listen, I want to read this book before the series drops so that I'm in the know and yada, yada, yada. So that got me thinking about me in terms of like books that become adaptations. I'm like, do you really like these, Fawn? Like, how do I feel about it? Then I realized a thing. So books and adaptations can be tricky for me, right? If I read a book and I think the book is just completely amazing and my imagination is run wild and I've seen it and I just feel like I really got the book how the author was intended on give it to me, I don't really fuck with the adaptations. I don't. I kind of feel like I get it and I've got it how I want it. And you, director, screenwriter, DP, you don't measure up. You don't measure up to what's going on in here. You just don't. No offense. All the offense, take it. You just don't. Now, if I read a book and I start to feel like, I mean, I get it and it's good, but I think there's more that I'm missing here, then I'm all about the adaptation, right? So I start to look around my place and see, like, what books that I think, okay, I'm totally down for the adaptation. Eat, Pray, Love was one of them. I don't have it here. Must be under a bed somewhere, Miami. I don't know where that book is, but Eat, Pray, Love was one that I really enjoyed the book, and I also was okay with it being interpreted for me through the lens of the DP, you know, the director, the screenwriter, and all that good stuff, and it measured up, right? Cool. Then there are those that I'm like, ain't quite really trying to see what you got going on, and that's usually like young adult books, you know. Then there are Paper Towns. Didn't see Paper Towns by John Green. I got it. I got the story. It was good. It was cool. You know what I really didn't see about John Green, though? The Fault in Our Stars. John, if I ain't never been embarrassed about a book recommendation before, you embarrassed the dog shit out of me with The Fault in Our Stars. And I'll tell you why. I read this book. Oh, I loved it, y'all. I loved it. I was so invested. I thought the characters were full and rich and great, and it was just the dynamics of the relationship, and I just went on the whole joyride with them. I cried, I laughed, I just thought it was wonderful, so much so that I gave this book to an actual cancer survivor who was also my boss as a recommendation of something she should read and relate. You know what she did? She gave the book back to me and told me I was full of shit for giving it to her in the first. I'm embarrassed, John, and you owe me an apology for writing this and letting it seem so real for those who don't know, who have no clue how it really works and how cancer really affects you and affects your abilities to pull some of the things off they were pulling off in this book that had me all excited. I shared that. No, I didn't read your book. No, I didn't see your movie. And I'm not reading no more of your books either. Deceit, John. Deceit. Another book that I loved. So I said, you know what? I'm not even going to really read this. I'm not really going to even see this because it probably won't add anything to what I've seen already. That was me before you. So love this. I like JoJo Moyes. Is that how you say her last name? I liked Me Before You a lot. I saw the previews. The previews weren't looking like what I saw in my head. So I said no. Something that I did enjoy, another adaptation that I saw it in my brain, and I did think something more could happen here, and it did, so much so that it went far past wherever the book even thought to go. Orange is the New Black, Piper Kerman. Listen, he did it. This book was adapted well to me. Yeah, great. I mean, it started to kind of fall off at the end. I didn't watch it till the end, but great one that I didn't want to see after reading it because it filled me up enough and it kind of upset me too much to want to see any more of it was The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Oprah, no offense, girl. I'm sure it was great. I'm sure you were magnificent. I haven't seen it. I won't. Now, a book now. Talking about that, we still get into the books that I think are, the movies, excuse me, that I think are completely incredible. And because of that, I never see the books, read the book. That would be The Damn Color Purple. I love the movie so much, we talk about this all the time, that I never read the book. And then we have like Lord of the Rings. I feel so far out of this world that I don't know how to jump into the movies or the book. We got Game of Thrones, where I've seen it so much and I haven't read any of the books, that now I'm kind of sold on what I saw until this punk ass finale. So up until this last season 8, I was completely satisfied with what I was given from like the showrunners and the first few books that George R.R. Martin wrote. I was completely satisfied with not having read the books and only watching the series. Now that it ended on that bullshit, though, I am completely open to George R.R. Martin taking a stab at completing this series, because I will read those final books, because this ain't it. Oh, there's one more, y'all, that I gotta tell you about. The Sun is Also a Star. I read this book a while ago, right? I see this thing is coming out as a movie, and I'm thinking, I feel like I read that book. Which is not that great of a sign for me, because that means it wasn't exactly memorable for me. Opened the flap, was reminded of what it was, saw the movie preview. I won't be doing that. I mean, I love Yara Hashidi. What's that girl's last name? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the grownish girl. I think she's dope, but I won't be. It wasn't memorable enough for me. I'm not enticed. I saw a little bit of the preview. It's not really looking like what I saw, so I'm good on that one too. What do you guys think, again, about adaptations? Like, are you for them? Are you usually against them? Any great ones that you like, listen, girl, you talking that talk, you haven't seen blah, 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 and read blah, blah, blah. Like, any of them just really do you like that? Share that with me, because I want to know. And now for that bullshit. Y'all remember last time when I came and told y'all that I'm smoking Gorilla Glue, and I'm smoking it out of this little apparatus because I like what it does and I like how I do? Well, I also shared that same video with my Southern Black 70-plus-year-old parents. Needless to say, the next day I got a phone call as to why I'm out here smoking glue and what's this thing I'm smoking out of, and the fact that I should call y'all back and let y'all know that it's not really glue that I'm smoking, because they don't want y'all to think I'm out here living wrong. So the bullshit is explaining to 70-plus-year-old parents that retraction isn't necessary and that I'm not out here about to go off the fucking deep end. So be careful. Know your audience, people. Know your audience. Today, however, I'm smoking a very safe strain. This is Wedding Cake. It is nice. It is an indica dominant hybrid. It's flavorful. Got a little Girl Scout cookie in it. Got a little cherry flavor in it. And it's a whole ass vibe. Want more details about Wedding Cake over at the book club, where I told you should have joined at the beginning of this video. I'm waiting. I'll be over there. Facebook, Books, Blunts, and Bullshit. We got a book club meeting coming up. Read your book. Pull it together. Till next time, y'all. It's your dog. Holla at me when you see me in the street. Peace.